Option A, most people wait over 400 days for a global entry interview. But members of one service are getting appointments in under 72 hours, sometimes in as little as 47 minutes after approval. Option B, you paid your $100, got approved for global entry, and now the government says your interview is 14 months away. Here's the part nobody tells you, that date is not real. It changes every single day, and almost no one is watching when it does. Option C, there are 4 trusted traveler programs, and right now, thousands of approved applicants are sitting in a queue, waiting for an interview that could happen tomorrow if someone just told them about the cancellation in time. Final hook, option B. You paid your $100, got approved for global entry, and now the government says your interview is 14 months away. Here's the part nobody tells you, that date is not real. It changes every single day, and almost no one is watching when it does. I am going to show you exactly how to be the person who gets that spot the moment it opens. Let's start with what is actually happening behind the scenes at CBP enrollment centers right now. Every single day, people cancel their trusted traveler interviews. Life happens. Plans change. Someone books a trip, gets a global entry appointment for 3 weeks out, and then reschedules their vacation. That appointment slot goes back into the system. It is now available. And it will be gone, often within minutes. This is not a rare occurrence. Cancellations happen at enrollment centers across the country, and across the border at NEXUS locations in Canada, every single day. The problem is not availability. The problem is awareness. The CBP scheduling system does not call you. It does not email you. It just puts that slot back and waits. Here's what makes this worse. There are 4 trusted traveler programs, global entry at $100, NEXUS at $50, SENTRI at $122.25, and FAST, which is free for eligible commercial drivers. Each one has its own network of enrollment centers, its own appointment calendar, and its own pattern of cancellations. The wait time nightmare is not unique to global entry. NEXUS applicants waiting to cross into Canada, SENTRI applicants on the southern border, FAST applicants trying to get back to work, they are all stuck in the same broken loop. And the people who know how to escape that loop? They are not more patient. They are just better informed. Appointment Hopper was built specifically to solve this problem for all 4 programs. Here is the core mechanism. Appointment Hopper continuously monitors enrollment center availability across the CBP scheduling system. Not once a day. Not once an hour. Continuously. Every time an appointment slot opens, whether it is a cancellation, a newly released slot, or a scheduling window that just became available, the system detects it. When that opening matches your profile, you get an instant alert. Your profile includes the program you are enrolled in, the enrollment centers that are geographically accessible to you, and your preferences for timing. That last part matters more than people realize. If you are a NEXUS applicant near Detroit, you do not need to know about an opening in Vancouver. If you are a SENTRI applicant in San Diego, an alert about El Paso might not help you. Geographic matching means your alerts are actually actionable, not just noise. And because Appointment Hopper supports all 4 programs, Global Entry, NEXUS, SENTRI, and FAST, you do not need a different service depending on which program you applied for. The monitoring works the same way regardless of which card is on the other side of that interview. Once you get the alert, you go directly to the CBP scheduling portal and book it. The process is fast because the alert is fast. That is the entire edge. Here's where most applicants go wrong. The first mistake is treating the initial appointment date as permanent. When the CBP system gives you an appointment 400 days out, a lot of people just put it in their calendar and wait. They do not realize that date can shrink dramatically if they stay engaged with the scheduling system. The second mistake is manual checking. Some travelers figure out that appointments open up and decide to check the CBP website themselves, once a day, maybe twice. The problem is that high-demand slots at major enrollment centers like LAX, JFK, or Chicago O'Hare can be claimed in under 10 minutes. Manual checking at human frequency is not fast enough. You are almost always too late. The third mistake is geographic inflexibility without knowing it. Some people set alerts or checks for only one location, usually the most convenient one, and miss openings at an enrollment center that is actually a reasonable drive away. Especially for programs like SENTRI and FAST where certain border locations have very different wait patterns, being open to nearby alternatives can dramatically change your timeline. The fourth mistake is waiting until a trip is 3 weeks out to start paying attention. The time to get serious about your interview slot is right after conditional approval, not when a flight is already booked. The travelers who get their interviews in days instead of months do a few things differently. First, they set up monitoring immediately after conditional approval. They do not wait. The moment CBP says you are conditionally approved, your clock starts. Every day you delay setting up monitoring is a day you might have missed a cancellation. Second, they stay flexible on location. If you live in Miami but there is an opening at a Florida enrollment center 2 hours away, and that interview gets you your card 3 months sooner, that drive is worth it. Smart travelers build their geographic preferences to include realistic alternatives, not just their ideal location. Third, they respond fast. When an alert comes in, they act on it immediately. They already have their CBP account logged in and their scheduling portal bookmarked. The window to claim a cancellation slot can be very short at busy centers. Fourth, they use a tool that does the heavy lifting. Visiting appointmenthopper.com is how they get into a continuous monitoring system instead of trying to manually refresh a government website at 2 in the morning. Let's walk through this exactly. Step 1. Apply for your Trusted Traveler program if you have not already. Global Entry at $100, NEXUS at $50, SENTRI at $122.25, or FAST at no cost for commercial drivers. Complete your application on the CBP Go system. Step 2. Wait for conditional approval. This is the email that says your background check has cleared and you are ready to schedule an interview. This is your green light. Step 3. Go to appointmenthopper.com and set up your monitoring profile. You will select your program, your geographic preferences, and your alert settings. This is the step most people skip entirely, and it is the most important one. Step 4. Keep notifications on. The alert does you no good if your phone is on silent and you check it 4 hours later. Treat your appointment hopper alerts like a flight deal you have been waiting for. Step 5. When you get an alert for an opening that works for you, go directly to the CBP scheduling portal and book it. Do not hesitate. Do not decide you will check it later. If it fits your calendar, take it. Step 6. Show up to your interview with your valid passport, your application documents, and anything else CBP requests. The interview itself is typically short, usually under 10 minutes for most applicants, and after that, your card is on its way. That is the entire process. The technology does the watching. You just have to be ready to act. But here is what almost every traveler gets completely wrong about this. They think the long wait time is because there are not enough interview slots. That is not the problem. The real reason people wait over a year is not a shortage of appointments, it is a shortage of people claiming the ones that keep opening up. CBP enrollment centers regularly have slots available within days or even hours. The issue is that when a cancellation happens, the system does not notify the thousands of conditionally approved applicants sitting in the queue. It just makes that slot visible to anyone who happens to check the scheduling portal at that exact moment. If nobody checks in that window, the slot sits empty. Sometimes enrollment centers conduct interviews with open seats because no one showed up to claim the cancellations in time. You are not competing with a year-long backlog of people ahead of you in line. You are competing with whoever else is watching the same portal at the same time. And if you have continuous automated monitoring running while everyone else is checking manually once a day, you are not really competing at all. That changes everything about how you should think about your wait time. There are 4 trusted traveler programs that can change how you travel or work. Global Entry gets you through customs in minutes. NEXUS opens the northern border. SENTRI streamlines the southern crossing. FAST keeps commercial drivers moving. Every single one of them requires an interview. And every single one of them has the same cancellation dynamic that makes long official wait times completely avoidable for people who know what to do. The CBP scheduling system is not your enemy. It is just indifferent. It does not care if your interview is in 14 months or 14 days. It just logs what is available. Your job is to be informed the moment availability works in your favor. Appointment Hopper handles the monitoring so you do not have to. It watches the enrollment centers, matches openings to your profile, and puts the alert in your pocket. Then it is up to you to act. If you are sitting on a conditional approval right now and you have not set up monitoring, go do that today. Not next week. Today. Cancellations happened while you were watching this video. If this helped you understand how the system actually works, hit subscribe. We cover all 4 trusted traveler programs every week: application tips, interview prep, renewal strategies, and everything in between. The comment section is open if you have questions. I will see you in the next one.